It all started a long time ago, a really long time ago, a time when dinosaurs were around. A colorful flower warmed up in the morning sunshine and created sweet nectar. A honeybee smelled it from more than a mile away, and when she tasted it, it was delicious. And right next to that flower was a similar flower, and it was delicious too. She flew from flower to flower, drinking the nectar and collecting pollen to bring back to her hive. The hive is her home, where her queen bee lives. All the other bees were so happy with what she found, they helped her transfer it into honeycomb. Then she did a dance and gave them directions to find the colorful flower fields. Early the next morning, they took off searching, and they found it. They flew from flower to flower and crawled all around them to bring back more nectar and pollen to the hive. When they returned, the nectar was like water, so they fanned their little wings and sampled it often until it became honey. That's when they put a cap on the comb and sealed it for later. In other honeycomb cells, the queen lays eggs, one at a time and only one per space. A few days later, bees that are nicknamed nurses feed the eggs with royal jelly so they grow up nice and strong. The nurse bees also help keep the growing bees warm, not too hot and not too cold. If they get too hot, bees stand shoulder to shoulder at the entrance of the hive and fan their wings to create a breeze that circulates all throughout the colony. If eggs get too cold, some bees do a dance and warm themselves up and wander around the rows to share the heat with all the other bees. Originally, bees lived in tree trunks. They found a gap where they can make a home, but there's usually not a lot of room, and they outgrow them and have to leave. It's difficult for them to find a home of their own. The beekeeper knows what they need, how to take care of them, and when they are happy. The beekeeper is like a mechanic, always making sure the colony is in tune. Sometimes the bees need protection, and sometimes they want to be cozy. The beekeeper gives them space, has special equipment, and can harvest the extra honey. When honeybees are happy, they hum a quiet song and are very gentle. Every day as the sun warms the hive, a gentle hum builds as the bees become active. And then later in the evening, as the day cools off, they all gather back at home and tuck in for the night. If it's a rainy day schedule, almost every bee stays inside. And then when the sun is shining, they are busy as bees again, working while flying around. We depend on the nimble little honey bee too for our food to grow. The flowers feed the bees, and the bees help the flowers. It's a wonderful relationship. It all started a long time ago when everything was organic, and the bees were very happy about that because they know now when we grow our food and flowers organically, the more healthy they will be.